Listen, man, I tried to tell y'all, there is nobody who's gonna beat Marin at being best girl, bro. There's quite literally nobody. It's not even just the physical assets, right? It's not even that, bro. Her personality is by far one of the best female personalities I've seen in an anime in quite some time. Just look at how she carries herself. Look at how she cares for everybody else. Look at how she's able to understand people and accept them for who they are. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, there's few and far between who are like her, but I don't want to, get too wrapped up in talking about the pleasantries and, just personalities. Let's get into the episode because this was actually a really good episode. I didn't expect them to adapt it this well, and on top of that, keep it true. What I expected them to do was skip a bunch of shit, not stay true to the source material, but they've done just the opposite. Funny enough, they're elaborating on a lot of the stuff with the source material. Like I said, the beginning, bro, that whole take a look at my naughty bits section, bro, that whole wet dream bullshit was hilarious because all it was in the manga, at least, it was just an image of her, right? It was just her. And then he woke up. And that whole thing ensued. But the way that they did that, the way that they added to that moment was to make it seem a lot more significant and to give us a bit of an understanding of how he truly feels about Marin. That shit was hilarious. I thought that shit was cool. For instance, right? Let's jump to the school scene where they first meet up again, right? Where Gojo's walking through and he's like, man, I can't believe she was at my house this weekend. That was so crazy. And then they see each other in the hallway and Marin's like, yo, Gojo, what up? Blah, 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 being all cool and casual and calm and shit. And you guys seen how Gojo responded to the way that she was acting because Gojo's not used to being around people like that, right? He's definitely not used to being around people like that. And to top that off, when you have somebody who is as outgoing and outspoken and energetic as Marin, it's definitely a clash of personality. And then to add to that, right, you gotta add to that just how he feels about what other people say about him. And it's not even really what people say about him, it's about how people feel about the people around him. So for instance, they can say what they want about him, right? But the minute they're just oh yeah, dude, what, Marin's talking to him? What, are they going out? Nah, there's no way, right? The minute they started doing all that shit, he was just oh no. It's not about me, it's about the people around me. I don't want people to look at Marin a specific way. I don't want to drag Marin's reputation down because of who she is. Even with the introduction, you seen all of Marin's friends were cool with him, right? You seen they were all cool. They was yeah, yo, what up, blah, 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 blah. Dap it up. You want some candy, this, that, and the third. And Gojo don't know how to react because, like I said, he doesn't have friends. But the minute Gojo heard those little rumors, he started to avoid her. He was thinking this is the right thing to do. I shouldn't be involved with Marin, and neither should she be involved with me. So I think this is the right thing for me to do. Marin wasn't having none of that shit, bro. This plays into who she is as a character. She wasn't having none of that shit. She was like, man, what? Ain't we already friends? You've been avoiding me and shit. I went looking all around the school for you, which was pretty funny. I like the little detail they added to her running around the school looking for him, especially that gym scene, which was fucking hilarious because I don't remember that being in the manga. But anyway, they end up going shopping. Again, I love what Cloverworks did with this. They show the relationship growing without them even knowing, right? Without the couple even knowing, which is Gojo and Marin. And they're showing us just how easy it is to develop feelings and develop emotions and develop, all that type of stuff for somebody and not even realize it. And then when you actually realize it, it explodes. Bro, the whole shopping sequence was hard. They're all going over things, the details of Shizuka's wardrobe and stuff like that, what they're gonna have to do. They hit the wig store to find a perfect wig, and Marin's just man, I'm really glad you came with me because I would have been choosing all the wrong things. I'm paraphrasing here, but it's basically what she said. I would have been choosing all the wrong things, so I'm glad you came with me. We're skipping around, but we're talking about all the important points. Even to the point of them leaving the restaurant and talking about Slippery Girls Academy. I think that's what it was called. And everybody was weirded out, but they were having such a casual conversation about it. And she was like, man, I'm so surprised that, somebody took my game recommendation. I didn't expect you to do that. People are usually oh, well, that's cool. Again, bond development, bro. Relationship development. And then as they're walking, what are they walking over an overpass and they're talking about this shit? Like Marin was really glad that Gojo came along, and Gojo was surprised about how Marin felt about him in that aspect, which, like I said, this leads to a whole different section about the relationship. Now let's get to the meat and bones, right? This, at least in my opinion, from reading the manga, this kind of like ends that super duper fan service shit for a while, because they really, you know, layered the fan service on early on here. I like it, but like this is just to reel you in, man. It's just to reel you in, so that way once the story actually starts, you guys can be really invested into the story aspect of things. So I like what they did here, but I'm really looking forward to the next episode, because now they're gonna be prepping for Marin's first cosplay, right, as Shizuku-tan from Slippery Girls Academy. This shit is going to be tight, because you're really gonna get to see her get into character. You're really gonna get to see her enjoy herself and be in an element in which she's always wanted to be in but never had the confidence, which actually plays a big role in some character development with the confidence and shit, because we see her as somebody who is always confident, but this adds to that tenfold. And you're gonna get to see Gojo be in his element more. You're gonna get to see Gojo observe Marin in her element and how that's gonna make him feel about Marin in the long run. There we go. I think that's a better, way better way to put it. But let me know if you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you're enjoying this anime, because I bullshit you not, bro. This is one of my favorite manga to read. This is gonna be one of my favorite anime, rom-coms at least. I think Cloverworks is doing, you know, God's work on this anime. Really giving you a good explanation of the story, really giving you a good take on the manga, a good adaptation. So yeah, man, let me know all about that in the comments. As always, it's your boy XDomoSenpaix, and I will see you guys in the next video.